Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Global Diamond Broker podcast. I'm your host, Judy Lee, and this is my co-host, Colin Ferguson.
The Global Diamond Broker.
And GIA Judy.
And do you realize this is the first time we will actually record a podcast? And which number is this? 37?
36.
36, where there's actually someone in the room.
We've got a bit of an audience going on.
We got a bit of an audience, and it's our new social media person, Trisha, who I call T, who's been brought on because I don't know if we've ever mentioned this, but speaking of T's, I'm TikTok famous. And is that funny to you? This is serious stuff.
If I had $1 for every time you told me you were TikTok famous, I'd be a millionaire and I could quit this job.
But listen, really, have I mentioned it before? Really? That's so not me to repeat myself about myself.
That's your favorite subject, right?
So if I wasn't TikTok famous, we would not have the clients who just text us before we started recording, who had a very horrible jeweler experience. The jeweler lied, the jeweler misrepresented, and these guys can say anything they want. The jeweler overcharged, and we've been working with this client for a couple of months now. They're out of the great state of New York. We're not going to say who they are, where they are, unless they want us to. But I think we saved the marriage. I think we saved the engagement. I think we saved the love. Right? And we do this a lot, and I think it really bears talking about. Look, I talk about this all the time, and so you've been bugging me about what I want to talk about today. Look, if I can't talk about myself, let's talk about our diamonds and how beautiful they are.
Great.
Let's talk about the jewelry we create and how it's the best in the world. And let's talk about how they started off by going to this so-called high-end New York jeweler to get their ring.
Mistake number one.
Right? Like, I'm sorry, if you walk into a jewelry store and there's showcases full of diamonds, you're overpaying, in my opinion.
You're paying for every other diamond in that room.
Every piece of jewelry, you're paying the rent, you're paying the high overheads associated with it. I mean, we're just getting ready to develop our new website, and the first thing we answer is, what's
a diamond
broker? Right? Are you trying to jinx with me again? Remember when we did the early podcast and we used to jinx all the time? Right? I got jinxed all right. Anyway, so yeah, it's they went to this jeweler. These people are first responders, which, by the way, teachers, first responders, people who give their lives for a good reason to their careers, we're very generous with, for lack of a better word. Yeah. My dad was a first responder. So these are New York first responders, and the jeweler they went to hosed them. I mean, it was horrible. The diamond was, it's funny because we had occasion to have a look at the ring, actually, and it was shocking. It was...
The workmanship was just
the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they charged a lot of money for it. Anyway, Colin and GIA Judy to the rescue. And we take this very seriously. Like, this is one I think we talked about as much as we've talked about anything. Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy with your diamond engagement ring, De Beers used to do studies on this. If you're not happy with your diamond engagement ring, you're not going to be happy with the relationship, is what they found out, which is crazy to talk about. But don't forget, for a woman, and this is for a woman, this is all about women, diamond engagement rings.
Crystallized love on your finger.
It's crystallized love on the finger. And if it ain't pretty and you can't stick it out for the rest of your lives together, and you hear this over and over and over again from us, but it's the reality of it.
Right. And you want to get it right the first time.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about our process and going through our process and how we're able to ship diamonds. I mean, where we ship, I got text last night from from Taiwan because she's so thrilled with the ring. You know, we're making guys look good is what we're doing. I mean, on the guy side of things, we literally
Make you look like a big stud diamond buyer.
Right? Like, we make guys look good. They become very smart diamond buyers because they don't overpay with us, and they get the most beautiful in the world. And that is all this is about. It is so simple. It is so simple.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science, no aspect of it, if you can get the proper information. And misinformation, I mean, I always talk about Donald Trump. If he taught one thing to the world, it's the lying media. And, you know, we have this in the diamond industry. Like, some of the articles I read, my jaw drops. Some of the stuff I go on and see, my jaw drops. You know, this war that's going on between a diamond that comes out of a laboratory and a diamond that comes out of a mine is shocking to me. It's shocking. I mean, the heated comments that I get, and by the way, keep the comments coming.
He loves
heated
it.
or not.
He
I
loves
love it, right? Like, I love it when I get some jeweler who doesn't know shit, who wants to tell me that a G color diamond it's G, all right. G's for garbage, in my opinion. Why waste your money? Why in 2023 spend your diamond dollars on anything
But the most beautiful.
but anything but the diamond? Right? Do you really want to pay the rent of some jeweler? Do you really want to pay everybody? Do you really want a ring made for you? Here's one that other people have tried on before.
Yeah.
Right? Like, do you? You don't. Hey, by the way, another thing we could talk about is how spoiled you are.
Me?
Yeah, how much I spoil you.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, and how much you get away with.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Is that how you really feel?
Yeah, not really. You're pretty good to travel with, actually.
I'm so much fun to travel with. We had a blast in New York.
Yes, we had a blast in New York.
Yeah.
And that's where that ring is today,
Yeah.
is in New York.
I just want to read out this text quickly from her because it was so sweet. And we get these messages all the time when the girl finally puts on her ring. So I'm not going to say names, but these are our clients from New York. And she got...
Some of our clients, we have lots of clients in New York.
That's
our
true.
most recent,
That is true.
this is where this ring, all over the world, we're shipping diamonds.
So she texts us this morning saying, wow, all I can say is wow, this ring is stunning. More than we could have ever imagined. It is absolute perfection. Thank you so, so, so much. She says, you guys are amazing. LOL. We just keep looking at everything about this ring. It's beyond perfect. We're so happy we found you guys. You knocked it out of the park and then some.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I don't take time to really read those things, but that's lovely.
It
Well, I
really
really
is.
don't, because I'm too self-absorbed, I think.
And something I want to mention is she talked about the fact that the quality difference between the ring we produced for her and the ring she originally got from this top jeweler, so-called top jeweler in New York. She says the difference is absolutely insane.
You know, it's interesting because that was the difficult part for her and for us, was he had presented the ring to her. And, yeah, I think, you know, we may need to mention to them in a circumstance like this that if they have a child, the first child needs to be named Colin. Okay, girl or guy, I think, hey, Colin to the rescue.
Okay, we get it.
Do you get it, though? Do you really get it? You know, it's funny because I've been preaching this for 40 years, and, you know, it's been great for my career and my business and great for the clients. But, you know, a little bit, I'm starting to feel my role in the industry is to really educate globally and to bring the standard of the industry up. I mean, these loopholes, these diamond loopholes where they can say anything they want about quality. And, you know, I was reading an article the other day, and again, I talk about this a lot, but I'm a true student of the industry. I get up in the mornings and I read my Google alerts on what they are. And, you know, it's interesting because some of the information and the misinformation that still goes on is so shocking to me. And I read these articles and I go, it's just a lie. There's no truth in it. You know, I read one the other day about the GIA, some jeweler, his branding isn't the GIA, because on the GIA's certificates, if you read the fine print, and you should read the fine print, it says that they can be off 1 grade. Well, I find that to be reasonable. And, you know, for example, with color, there's gradients of color.
Right.
But there is also transparent. So
they can be a 1 grade off.
They can be 1 grade off, which makes sense.
It's reasonable, right?
Is it?
I mean, consistently, I would say GIA certificates are the most accurate
I'm
grading.
going to say, I'm going to say GIA's the most consistent by far. What do you mean?
That's what I just said.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I misheard you. No, absolutely. They are the
because you can have
most
IGI,
accurate.
you can have CGL.
And you know, what confuses me nowadays, though, a little bit, is why they still use people.
And not technology.
And not
that you know it's
technology.
available.
So when I would fly to a mine somewhere and you know, bid on a big rare white diamond, I mean, we have technology. We can right now, your diamond, when we double check grades, because we double check everything from the GIA before you ever see your diamond. You know, I talk about the fact that, you know, you can have 2 identical certificates, and based on things that aren't pretty little C words, have 1 diamond be a dud and 1 diamond be a dazzler, and we look for dazzlers for our clients, and obviously that's what they're getting. But you know, in that process, we verify grades, so it's almost like, you know, triple protection.
Absolutely. And the fact that we grade these things loose, it allows us to accurately grade. When you go to a jeweler, these diamonds are set in jewelry, and there's no way that you can accurately grade the stone.
There's not
So
one
that's one
aspect.
benefit.
That's a very good point you brought up. You're starting to get good at this, eh? Look at you. It's only taken a year.
It's actually been 10 months since I've been.
Are we going to have this argument again?
Colin and I got into it in a New York bar.
We should post the video in the bar
No, we shouldn't.
in New
It's
York.
scary.
It's so funny, right? Anyway, here's the bottom line on that argument. If we were in China right now, you'd be 26.
Okay, but where are we? We're in a beautiful Vancouver,
Downtown
Canada.
Vancouver,
So.
we're North America.
Yes.
I like the way she's nodding agreement. Every time Judy gets a point, when I get points, the head doesn't move. Right? Like, this is what I deal with.
She's a girl's
right?
girl.
Like, right? They gang up. Hey, it's all ganging up.
Do you feel ganged up on?
Oh, always.
Really?
I'm the middle of 4 sisters, always. I think, though, I invite it myself a little bit.
I would have to agree.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, so we're, so that's where we are today. Look, I guess we're cautioning people. Look, if you're out there and you're thinking of owning a diamond, or you know someone who is, we don't even care if they buy from us. Everybody does. But they should ask our opinion. They should seek our knowledge.
Oh, 100%.
Open a TikTok account. Well, you still can in Canada.
Do you think that's going to be the case?
Oh, yeah. I think that TikTok maligns the government too much in this country. I've said this before. And I think they're going to get rid of it.
What are you going to do with all your time now, Colin?
I'll be TikTok famous
now that the
everywhere
Murdoch
else
case
in
is
the
done?
world. Now the Murdoch case is over.
You have no reason to watch TikTok
Right?
anymore.
Like,
so.
holy. Yeah, I'm a bit of a TikTok addict. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, there
But
could
think
be
of the
worse
news.
addictions
The
in this
things
world.
I've learned,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I tell people have this perception that TikTok is for kids or younger people. I'm sorry. That's wrong. TikTok is informative. What it's meant to our business is
Education.
is a platform for us to talk about the truth about owning a diamond, right? You know, the truth. And we've kind of had some business come from it that has been phenomenal as well off of TikTok. So, but now you're going to see us, lucky everybody, on multiple platforms. We're moving on to Twitter, and we're moving on to, what are the other ones? I don't even know the name of them.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Facebook,
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Yeah.
That's kind of a girl's one, though, isn't it?
No, I know a lot of guys who use Pinterest. They
For
use it
what?
as like a mood board, inspiration.
A mood board.
Yeah.
There's guys out there admitting to using mood boards.
Yeah.
Okay? That's like you crushing my vibe.
Okay.
See, we're back to that. You're crushing my vibe.
Am I really?
I don't want to think of guys out there using mood boards on Pinterest. So,
Anyways,
here we are again, episode 37. And, this is...
episode 36.
Okay, episode 36. And Judy wanted to talk about what we do because she watches it all the time and how we make and manufacture our jewelry. So we produce a product where our clients, and this is important to understand, we don't just pay this lip service. We are about to introduce, I guess we can talk about this now, the Rare Rock Guarantee, lifetime guarantee, where the diamonds we broker, you can return them for life if they're not the most beautiful, whether they come out of a mine or they come out of the laboratory. We are the first people in the world to do this. The first people in the world. So I don't care. You can go into the top jewelry store.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. And look at their diamonds. And what we broker is those exact same diamonds. So Tiffany, Harry Winston, what are some other big ones? Graf, all of them. These are the exact same diamonds. In fact, I would say because of our processes and how small we are, comparatively speaking, and how much attention we give to each individual client, I'm going to say ours are more beautiful at the end of the day. For us, it's not just a certificate or a grade, it's the stone itself. Rare Rock Guarantee.
Right. I was just going to say that the fact that it's a fraction of the cost, the whole experience of being able to watch us custom create your diamond jewelry that's specific to you and made for you. No one will have ever tried on your jewelry.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Like, it's a big deal. Not for guys, because guys don't care. But they do care about their money. And once guys understand, they do care about the value proposition here. Because guys don't know it when they go out shopping. Because let's face it, guys will buy cars and houses and, hockey cards. And, it's a...
Is that what guys buy these days? Hockey cards?
Right? Like, I don't know. My son just got a contract with the Ottawa Senators, so hockey's top of mind for me. But... the guys do this once in their life, and they have to spend a lot of money. And what's daunting as a guy, and I hear this all the time, and I'm not going to mince words, is the amount of bullshit they have to hear out in the industry. We just had these new clients from California, the other side of the coast, and these are the words he used. He goes, we go into jewelry stores, and the amount of bullshit people are trying to tell. Look, I can tell you, value and beauty. I spent a big part of my career with a briefcase full of diamonds, representing a very prestigious diamond family out of Antwerp, Belgium, where my job was to take a briefcase and travel across North America and sell to all the wholesalers and all the retailers and all the manufacturers. I learned two things that are really important to our clients. And number one, what real quality is and how to measure it and don't overvalue it. And number two, what we could broker them for compared to what they'd sell for in jewelry stores. And this is where our success is really, really coming from, and more every day and better every day.
Yeah.
And whoever thought we'd have 36 episodes on a podcast, right? Because you're so annoying. Really?
Yeah.
As if,
I'm
right?
just going to agree.
Right? Oh, is that it? You're surrendering? Yeah, I doubt it. I'll pay for that one. Anyway, so that's where we're at, I think, today on March 7th. Right?
Yeah. I thought you were looking at the little calendar on here.
No, I could never see that. Not without my glasses on, my diamond glasses. It's an exciting time in the industry. It's certainly an exciting time for us. We have trips planned globally to have the Global Diamond Broker podcast come to you from other parts of the world. So we can take you with us backstage in the diamond industry and show you things that people just don't know, you know? That just don't know, you know?
So we're here taking you backstage in the industry.
And hands-on.
Hands-on.
Letting you know what goes on at you know, the what would you call it? The counter, jewelry store counters across North America and the world. Because this is the reality of it. I mean, this client that we're talking about is one that, you know, they're blessed. And they're blessed because they found us.
Absolutely.
And which is a bold thing to say, but it's what we do. We believe so much in what we do more than ever. And
100%.
like Judy said, we get these texts daily. I got one late last night from Asia. You know, this one comes in this morning. And we're always so meticulous in our approach to it. We worry, right? We care about our clients a great deal. So anyway, I'm the Global Diamond Broker.
That you are.
You're GIA Judy.
That I am.
And we're here to bring you information and supply globally the world's most beautiful diamonds at prices
that defy comparison globally.
Yeah, that's us. Okay? Okay, good job, girl. Good to see you again. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
I need a break.
Colin, why are you wincing like that?
Because you hit me all the time.
No, I
what
don't.
What do you mean? Why am I...
I do not hit you.
Yeah, you hit me all the time. You hit me all the time.
What, so you have PTSD?
You hit me so much. Well, I'm wincing. Like I'm 6'3", 273 pounds, and I'm afraid of you.
I'm 6'3", theoretically.
Yeah, you're taller than me.
Anyways, we will see you
Bigger.
next week.
God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and thanks also for all the feedback that we get.
Yeah,
we really
and the
appreciate
comments,
it.
the messages.
Our views go up all the time. It's not just that, but the comments, the messages of support. We're grateful. Yeah, we're having fun. We're here.